Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rahmarit Safitriani from Extensive Reading G. Today I would like to present about informal article or news article. I have three informal article and news article. They are: first, how to be good writer. Second, should your school be fully open? Here's what the CDC says. And the third, benefit and dangers aloe vera. Okay, let's move. First is how to be good writer. There are four parts how to be good writer. The first part is writing great sentences and paragraph. Second, practicing your writing. Third, learning vital skills. And the last is completing a writing project from start to finish. Part 1. Writing great sentences and paragraph. When you're writing great sentences and paragraph, you should be used simple sentences to make your point. Be as specific as possible. Give your reader enough specific to visualize your writing. Like use 1 until 2 images or scenes to put reader in your paragraph. And then great paragraph should be self-contained. They have beginning, middle, and end. So don't forget to make connection to help your reader understand about the idea. Part 2. Practicing your writing. For practicing your writing, you can challenge yourself to write every day. Start with a favorite type of writing because it is a great way to keep yourself motivated. In addition, you can trade feedback with a group of sportive writers. Rewrite a scene from different character perspective or change the order events. Part 3. Learning vital skill. For the learning vital skill, you can read as much as you can because a lot of reading can increase vocabulary. After it, you can expand your vocabulary. Learn the rules of grammar and adjust your writing to your purpose and audience. Make sure that your word choice and sentence length is not too difficult for your audience. The last part is completing a writing project from start to finish. For completing a writing project, you can start with brainstorm before starting to write. Choose a topic you would like to read about. Decide on a route from your project. Write down ideas. Plan your writing. Research your subject. Write the first draft quickly. Rewrite, and finally, you can share your work with an audience. Second, news article. The title is Should Your School Be Fully Open? Here's what the CDC says. President Biden administration has made reopening school a centerpiece of its coronavirus strategy, and the CDC's recommendation call for every elementary school to be open in some fashion. Only about 1/6 of American countries qualified as of late last week, mostly in more sparsely populated areas across the plains, the West, and the Midwest. Here are some of the guidelines for reopening school. The first is full in-person learning. Second, hybrid learning. Third, full-time remote learning. The first, full in-person learning is recommended in areas where the CDC report fewer than 50 new cases per 1,100 people. Schools in these areas are still supposed to take precautions, including wearing masks, washing hands, cleaning facilities, and social distancing. The agency also says schools should make sure students, teachers, staff members, and their close contact who develop symptoms are tested, followed by isolation for those who test positive and quarantine for their close contact. Second, hybrid learning. hybrid learning with some students in school and other learning online at home. Is the recommendation when a community has 50 to 1,000 weekly cases per 100,000 people. In practice, some schools have reduced class size by allowing only high-needs students to attend in person, while other students learn virtually. Others have had students attend part-time. The third, full-time remote learning. Full-time remote learning is recommended for middle and high school students in areas with at least 1,000 new cases per 100,000 people. According to CDC, there are exemptions for middle and high school. School can stay open if they can strictly implement all mitigation strategies, including wearing masks and 6 feet of physical distancing. In addition, schools also can shift to hybrid learning by offering weekly coronavirus tests for students and staff members and teachers to detect asymptomatic cases. The third informal article that I have read is Health Benefit and Dangers Aloe Vera. Aloe vera is a cactus-like plant that thrives in hot and dry climates. The aloe gel, which is the main part of the plant used for cosmetic and medicinal. Countries that use aloe vera for health other than Egypt are Greece, India, Mexico, Japan, and China. Health benefit of aloe vera. Number 1, increased wound healing. Aloe vera contains glaucoma, polysaccharide, and gibberellin, a growth hormone, so that it can wound healing faster. Number 2, skin protection. Aloe vera produces metatolionin, an antioxidant protein that can protect the skin from free radical damage and the effect of radiation on the skin. Number 3, soothe the insect bites. When applied to the skin, aloe vera acts as an antipyretic which reduces or prevents itching. Number 4, anti-inflammatory. Aloe vera is an effective anti-inflammatory. It inhibits the cyclooxygenase pathway and decreases the prostaglandin E2 production from arachidonic acid. Number 5, aids in digestion. Consuming aloe vera juice improves digestion and relieves hyperacidity, ulcers, and gastroesophageal reflux disease. It means GERD. Next is dangers aloe vera. However, aloe vera many health benefits, but aloe vera may have risks too. These include number 1, skin allergy. The prolonged use of aloe vera gel can cause skin allergies such as inflammation and hives. Number 2, diarrhea. Some people who have used aloe vera for digestion may report stomach discomfort and diarrhea. And number 3, low blood sugar. Aloe vera can help lower blood sugar levels, but people with diabetes who take medicines to lower their blood glucose should be cautioned if they are taking aloe vera to prevent lowering the blood sugar to dangerous level. So I think enough. I'm so sorry when I have a mistake, and thank you for your attention. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.